under the quiet moon where the wind carries whispers of forgotten lands. Welcome to Echoes of the East tonight. Let an ancient tale guide your heart and calm your mind. Long ago, beneath the silver glow of the moon, the ocean stretched endlessly, holding secrets too deep for humankind to uncover. Among its hidden wonders lay the untouched paradise that would one day be known as Raja Ampat, whispered through generations, meant the four kings. But before it became a name marked on maps, it was a tale carried in the voices of the wind and in the hush of the waves. The story begins with a woman who wandered through the forest in search of food. She was humble and poor, yet her heart was filled with quiet strength. As she made her way deeper into the jungle, her eyes caught sight of something glimmering among the roots of an ancient tree. Nestled within a cradle of leaves lay 7 giant eggs, their shells shimmering with the colors of dawn and dusk. She gasped, for never before had she seen such wonders. Carefully, she took them home, unsure of what fate these eggs carried. Days turned into nights, and one by one, the eggs cracked open. From them emerged not birds nor beasts, but children each, one glowing with a presence that felt both human and divine. 4 of these children grew into kings, each destined to rule one of the great islands that would become Raja Ampat. Salawati, Batanta, and Misool each bore their names and their strength. The remaining children faced different fates, weaving sorrow and mystery into the story. Some vanished into legend, leaving behind unanswered whispers. Thus, the story of the Isles was not born from conquest or war, but from wonder, destiny, and the quiet magic of the earth and sea. The 4 brothers, each with a crown seemingly woven by the stars, grew to embody the spirit of their lands. The eldest ruled Waigeo, a land of lush forests and echoing rivers. His wisdom mirrored the calm flow of water. The second, Salawati, bore the strength of warriors and the heartbeat of drums. The third, Batanta, was a realm of mystery, cloaked in fog and hidden caves. And the youngest, Misool, was a place of dazzling reefs and a spirit as vibrant as the fish that swam its waters. Though separated by waves, the 4 brothers carried a bond that no tide could sever. Their rule brought balance, and their people flourished. The seas offered bounty, the forests provided shelter, and the winds carried songs of harmony. Yet in every paradise lies a shadow. Beyond the horizons, whispers of envy drifted. Other rulers, hearing tales of the isle's beauty, longed to claim them. But the 4 kings, with unity as their strength, stood firm. They believed not in bloodshed, but in harmony with nature and the unseen, spirits that guarded their lands. It was said that when the brothers gathered beneath the full moon, the ocean itself grew calm, as if bowing in reverence to their unity. The stars shone brighter, and even the waves hushed their roar. But destiny is rarely unbroken. Soon, trials would come, testing not only their bond as brothers, but the very soul of Raja Ampat. The people of Raja Ampat lived not only with their kings, but with the unseen world. The sea was not just water, it was alive, breathing with spirits both kind and fierce. Fishermen spoke of a great mother spirit who cradled the isles in her embrace. She guarded them, but she also demanded respect. One day, a young fisherman grew arrogant. He cast his nets recklessly, taking more than he needed. Ignoring the prayers his elders whispered before each journey, when he returned, the sea grew restless. Storms rolled across the horizon. Waves higher than ever before crashed upon the shores. The four kings gathered, realizing this was no ordinary storm. In the heart of the tempest, it was the Sea Mother, reminding them that the isles were sacred, a gift not to be exploited. The fisherman, trembling, offered his apology. The kings too bowed, promising that balance would always be honored. Slowly, the sea calmed, as if sighing with forgiveness. This moment became a lesson etched into every heart, that nature was not to be ruled, but to be respected. The people carried this wisdom, and for generations, it kept harmony between man and sea. As seasons passed, each king faced trials that tested their spirit. On Waigeo, a plague swept through villages, and the king's wisdom was challenged as he sought remedies deep within the forest. On Salawati, rivals from distant lands arrived, forcing the king to protect his people without surrendering to bloodshed. On Batanta, the caves whispered secret starkness that tempted the king with forbidden power. And on Misool, a great drought struck, forcing the young king to search within himself for strength to endure. Each challenge carved their legacy deeper. They were not gods, but men with flaws, fears, and doubts. Yet in facing their trials, they proved worthy of the crowns born from those mystical eggs. The people remembered these stories not as tales of glory, but as lessons. For even kings must bend to the will of fate, and even in sorrow, harmony could be found. Time, like the tide, never ceases. Generations passed, and the four kings became more than rulers, guardians whose spirits lingered in the winds and waters. When the waves crashed gently on the shores of Waigeo, elders say it is the first king speaking. When the drums echo in Salawati, it is the second king's heartbeat. The mists of Batanta carry the third king's secrets, and the dazzling reefs of Misool sparkle with the laughter of the youngest. Raja Ampat grew not just in beauty, but in reverence. The people held ceremonies, songs, and dances to honor the spirits of their kings, and the sacred eggs that brought them to life. And always the lesson remained: harmony with nature, respect for the unseen, and unity among people. And so, under the quiet moon, the story of Raja Ampat continues. To this day, travelers from faraway lands come to witness the beauty of the isles, the coral reefs that glow like gems beneath the waves, the birds of paradise that dance among the trees, the serene waters that mirror the sky. But those who listen closely will hear more than just the sounds of waves and wind. They will hear whispers of the four kings, of the mother spirit of the sea, of a humble woman who found 7 glowing eggs beneath the roots of an ancient tree. These whispers remind us that beauty is not born of conquest, but of respect, balance, and the quiet bond between humankind and nature. So tonight, as you rest, let the story of Raja Ampat lull you into calm. Let the ocean's whispers cradle your dreams, and let the king's legacy remind you that even in the vastness of the world, harmony can always be found.